everyone is seeking the same thing. Every person born, every soul born is seeking the same thing. And that was a message that kept coming to me through Wilhelm. And they would call it the three A's: acceptance, approval, and acknowledgement. And they would say that if people could have that, they would have the life that they're meant to live, because each person was was born to do something unique and different. So they have to accept who they have become. They have to approve of themselves. And finally, they have to acknowledge who they have become. And I say that because we become something. We are never born fully formed beings. We evolve, and we do that in our consciousness. And so does our world. It does the same thing. We can go back through history and see times where the civilization has shifted, has changed. And that was because we came to know new things. We came to understand new information. And that information came through individuals. And sometimes it comes through in different ways. And for me, it was a very different way. When I sat down in 1989 and started to do automatic writing, it was with the intention of finding some help for me, getting some information that could help me move through some of my difficulties or live a different life. I never expected it to do anything else, and I certainly wasn't going to show it to anyone because I didn't understand it. And then what I discovered was that it had given me the answer to those three A's that every person is seeking: that acknowledgement, that acceptance, and that approval of who they are. And if they can have that, they live the life they are meant to have, because that is an energetic alignment that you finally reach. And the way that it works is that you move through it in your consciousness, and then you start to feel yourself in a different way every day, and you start to take more ownership. And that ownership is going to be of what your life is meant to do, and also from what I was given to know that your life is also making a difference to others, that you were born with worth and purpose is not only for you, but it's going to influence someone else who comes later. And when we don't do that, then our world doesn't evolve. And we're in that place now, and some of us haven't moved to that next higher level of understanding of who we are, and the world isn't evolving. And I was one of those people, because what happens is, as you evolve, there are new aspects of yourself you must accept. And they're going to be unknown and not known to you. And that's what I lived. And I lived it for so long. But I can no longer do that because I don't want others to live in that place. The difficulty that we're experiencing in our world is a lot of people are just moving through their ascension process, and it's frightening at times because we have to discover new things. And everyone is doing it. There's a mass ascension process happening now. And you can look at different countries or see, and there'll be different levels of uncertainty, fear. And so the only way you handle that is to go inside, is to figure out who you are. And because I've been doing that for so long, I do know that it works. And that's what I'm doing now. And I wanted to explain to you, because there's no reason for you to suffer or struggle in your life now, because it's a plan. You just work with your consciousness every single day, and you change things, and you live the life that you're meant to have. Now, it took all of my life to do this. So at 74, I know that it does work. And what I'm doing now is completing all of this work, because I've only put a portion of it out. But I wanted to talk about that today, because that is what you are experiencing. Accepting those three A's about yourself: acceptance, approval, and acknowledgement. You have to acknowledge that your life means something, that you were born for a reason, that there's a purpose, no matter what it may have been before, or what you might have done, or the mistakes. All of that was valuable. And when you can shift your perception about all of it and understand that, your life changes. And that's what happens in this work. And I was, reflecting on Zig Ziglar. He says, so I've been going at this for a long time. He says, you'll have everything you want when you can give others everything that they want. And now I have everything that any person could want, because all you want to know is who you are, how to navigate your life and achieve the next level of success in your life. And you just needed a system and an organized way to do it. And you just needed to understand how it works, because it works in your consciousness, and that's a science. And we're all affected by the sciences, the energies of our planet. And when you put all that together and add yourself to it, you find your authentic self and live your best life. And that's what this work is. Thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe to the channel, share this with others, and do check out the program because it will take you to the heights of your life if you are ready. Peace.